What's up guys, it's Seth bringing you another PC build. Now this one's actually going to be for an enthusiast build for under $3,000. So most of you probably are not interested in this, but if you happen to have a lot of money laying around and want to build a good gaming PC, this is pretty much the max that you would ever need. As you can already tell, this is kind of a different setup, and this is kind of the same that I'm doing with my fitness videos, and that's almost a PowerPoint presentation in a way. This will allow it to be less focused on Newegg and where to get the stuff through Newegg, and more on how to get the cheapest from multiple places. And by doing that, I'll put a PC part picker link in the description, giving you a list of all the PC parts that you need, and it will also tell you where to get them the cheapest, so you can save, $50 to $100, maybe even more. Plus, there are more options if you shop at multiple retailers than just say Newegg or Amazon or something like that. So let's get into it. We're going to go with the i7-3930K for our processor. This is the highest level CPU that you would ever really need for gaming. The only ones above this are the Extreme Edition ones, which are like the 3960X, but that you really don't get any gaming performance at all. That is better than with a 3930K, so this is fine. For our CPU cooler, I'm going to go with the H80. Performance pretty much the same as the H100, but it'll definitely keep it nice and cool because it is a liquid cooler. Another thing, you can also see on the screen that there are the prices over here, so you can see what the cheapest price for it would be. In general, LGA 2011 motherboards, as you're looking at right now, are more expensive than other ones just because there's not a lot of them. And if you're getting an LGA 2011 CPU, that means that you have a lot of money to spend because they're only on the highest end of Intel CPUs right now. So we're going with the Asus Sabertooth just because Asus is a good brand. I like the Sabertooth series in general, and that's like $320, so as you can tell, it's up there. Only 16 gigs of RAM with Corsair Vengeance is a good quality 1600 RAM, but we don't really need more than 16 gigs in my opinion, so that's all we're doing. For our storage drive, this is not a boot drive, 2 terabyte Western Digital Cavier Black, meaning that will run pretty fast, but it'll be good for, maybe some games on there and some, you don't really need documents to load fast, but in general, it'll be great for storage because you won't be sacrificing any speed with it. For our boot drive, we went with 180 gigs of the Intel 520 series SSD, meaning that you can fit both games and your operating system on there without an issue, and it'll last a while and will run very good because it is an Intel series SSD, basically meaning that it's the highest quality that you're going to get. Graphics card. I really had to decide whether or not I wanted to do a GTX 690, which is the highest end graphics card you can get, or two EVGA GeForce GTX 680, which technically give you pretty much the same performance. I went with two of the 680s, which you would then put into SLI mode, just simply because there are like slight performance benefits. But if you want the ease of use of only using one graphics card, go with the GTX 690. You can find that pretty much anywhere. There's only maybe 3 out there because they are so expensive. They're around $1,000, so it's like the same price as doing 2 of the GTX 680s. So that's really personal preference, whether or not you want to bother with SLI, or if you want to just have one single graphics card. If you want just one, just go with the 690. It will be easier, but the 680 will give you a little bit more performance benefit in general. In benchmarks, it kind of performs a tiny bit better, but it's almost indistinguishable seeing the difference. So it's up to you, personal preference on the video card choice. So, alright, so as you can tell, the price for the case is actually less than some of the previous cases. That's not really because of a lower quality case, but it's because I'm not using Newegg for it, because when you go on the PC part picker tool or build or whatever you want to call it, it will give you the cheapest that you can find, which for some of these parts really was a lot cheaper than Newegg itself would be if you're buying all the stuff from there. I know it's a little bit easier to just buy everything from one retailer, but it's kind of worth it if you're going to save over $100 to just go with buying some things from other places and stuff. And as you can see with this, which would normally be over $200, the Stryker case from Cooler Master is only going to be $171. 1200 watt power supply. It's Cooler Master Gold Plus. You really can't go wrong with this. Not only is it great for being silent, it makes almost no noise. It's Cooler Master, so it's a good brand. 1200 watts means more than enough power for those two graphics cards. And the fact that it's 80 plus gold basically means that it's going to last for a long time and not have many issues. Of course, we're going to top, I think this is probably the end. We're going to top it off with the Asus Blu-ray reader and writer, so you get all that functionality that you would want. And it's a little bit cheaper than some of them would be, simply because it doesn't have all these little fancy little add-ons and stuff, but you don't need it, in my opinion, if you're going with Blu-ray. You don't even necessarily need Blu-ray, in my opinion, but since it is a $3,000 build, you might as well throw it in, not just have a standard $15 DVD reader and writer. So, total cost, $2,908. This is before shipping. After shipping, I think it was around like $2,950, but still perfectly in the $3,000 budget without any issues at all. So, please like and subscribe and comment on whatever suggestions you have, as well as future builds you would like to see, future fitness videos, because I can do those more often than these builds. And yeah, that's about it. What else do you want to see? That's all I want to know, because it's easier to make my videos for you guys than me just coming up and hoping that you guys like the idea that I'm putting into a video. So, hope you guys liked it. Do all the stuff I already said. Like, comment, subscribe, all that great stuff. I will talk to you guys later. Bye.